I'm working on this gate, trying to get it fixed. And I've cut off one of the rotten hinges. And what I ended up doing was I riveted on a new one. I've got a rivet on the other side. I got the hinges put on, and it doesn't look horrible. I raised the gate a little higher than the other hinges so it doesn't drag the ground. I think it'll still close. I've got to work on this thing next on the pins, but yeah, so we'll work on that to get it going. This fence is leaning. I may have to do the same thing on this side, cut those hinges off and do something different, but it's better than it was. So this is all frozen. Yeah, I'll spray WD-40 on it. All right, for those of you that've been following us for a while, you might recall when we first bought this house, this gate out here, let me back up a little bit, I'll zoom out on it. This gate, this panel here was completely off. The hinges were rotten. I didn't have the proper tools at the time to really fix it, so I riveted in the hinges, and it's been fine. I purposely raised it up so it didn't match because it would have been dragging on the ground like this one is dragging. So now I'm gonna try to fix it properly. All right, now they go in the correct way, and they're welded on. So I'll let those cool down. I'm gonna shoot them with some paint just so they don't rust, and we'll pop the other side on. All right, I got the gate in, and I actually didn't have to weld anything on it. Just went on the edge, and then that one's on the back side. But it's level where it matters. Sorry about the camera angle. I'm trying to do this with trying to oil it and film at the same time. Where am I at? There we go. Okay, so the gate will close, I hope. And goes in here, but I gotta lube this too. This is eventually gonna have to be replaced. You can see it's all rusted and rotten, but now it's even, it's off the ground, so water and whatnot can flow underneath it without a problem. Grass and leaves and all that crap. My dog can't get underneath it. The wild critters can, so that's fine. The main reason I had to fix this now is because our border collie had figured out how to open the gate from the inside, and he ran after some guy that was running out jogging, and I can't have that. I can't, he might bite somebody or hit by a car. It'd be even worse. I don't want to bite anybody, but anyway, that's it. Ciao, Randy and Marisa here on this really cold, overcast Sunday. Sorry about wasting that last 4 minutes of your life just now, but this is the stuff we're going to talk about today. So, when you buy an old house,
and this house is from 1967.
So it's as old as
my
her.
Age.
There's lots of little things that pop up constantly. Yeah. And Marisa will tell you, I say this all the time. Like she's like, we got to start saving some money so we can take this trip back to the U.S. to see the kids and grandkids and all that. And I'm like, yeah. If stuff will stop popping up
up.
because it just always pops up. So
Well, it's like little things, and then
yeah.
you want to make them better, so you have to spend the money to make them better. You can't just fix something with what you have. You have to improve it.
Yeah.
So that's where,
So I showed you what we ended up doing with the gate. I started that gate project in March of 2025, and I finally got that part finished on the 27th of this last month. So happy February 1st, everybody. We made it through the first month of 2026.
Feels like we've been 6 months in.
Yeah, we're all still here, but yeah, it's been a long year.
A long 2026
so far.
Oh my
anyway.
Lord.
All right. The rest of the video we're going to show you today. So we had to put in a door downstairs, and I showed you the video when we did the bathroom. I had to put that door in, but that was easy compared to this one because that one was already set up by the contractor to just accept the door frame.
Right.
And I just bolted it in, shimmed it up, hung the door, and trimmed it, and I was good to go. This one here took a lot more effort, if you will. And it literally took me 3 days to get it, and it still isn't done because it's so cold and humid down there that the stucco still hasn't dried completely. So, but I wanted to show you what we did with it. So I got a before snapshot of this is what it looked like before. I'll show you that right here. And then I'm going to show you the video here, and you can watch how I kind of did all of that. Randy here. I'm doing 2 episodes today. So one of them is Randy Repairs It, one of them is Your Essential Italy, because my followers of Your Essential Italy have been wanting to know about this door. Randy Repairs It. I'm going to show how to put a door in an old Italian farmhouse. I hope. Okay, full disclosure, I have never put a door in like this before. I did put this door in here, but the rough opening was already set for me. So basically I just had to bolt in the frame, level the door, shim it out. This one here, as you can see, there's a rough opening. 111 centimeters across, and this is an 80 centimeter door roughly. So the door's 84 centimeters. The frame is 4 centimeters thick on each side, so 92 centimeters. And I have to fill in the other 19.5 centimeters that is a gap. So that's what I'm going to do and get that started. I'm not sure how much of this is going to make the cut, but we'll see how it goes. So let's get started. So one of the things I've got to do is get this in. Yeah, it's a little shorter, but that's okay because I've got the top frame that's going to go in, and it'll get filled up. I don't know. Let me see if so I got to show you I got to do some modification to this. And this is where it's going to get tricky for me because I don't have a planer, and I'm going to have to do this by hand. So there's a piece of mold here, tile. It's a tile trim rather, not molding, and it's probably about 2 millimeters thick, maybe 3 millimeters thick. But it stands off the wall. So I need this to be plumb, which means I've got to notch this board out to fit that, or I've got to take the tile out. Well, if I take the tile out, it's going to look nasty because this stuff I don't have the tools to cut it. I'm not a tile guy. So I'm gonna trim back the board. So in order to do that, I'm just going to set it where I think it needs to be and mark the top of the board there on that side and there on this side. And then I'm going to try, I have to go out here on this side to mark the depth of the board, the depth of the molding, I mean. and the depth on this side. Okay. So then what I'm going to do, and I'll do this with a straight edge, there'll be a line here and here, and that's the part I've got to take out. So I'm not going to film that. I'm going to work on that for a minute and give my camera a break here. Okay, so basically what I've done is I've drawn the lines and I've cut, and I'm gonna, there it goes. So now I've got a little notch that'll fit over the molding and still be, and I can still make it plumb. All right, I'm drilling some giant holes. This one's hanging on something, which has me nervous. Oh, there it goes. Okay, got it. Okay. All right, now we got to put the stud in through the wall here. That's even better. Let's see if this is going to work better than the wrench or faster. Okay, much faster. All right, am I on camera down here? I'm not. Let me get you guys on that. Maybe you'll be able to see this a little better. So basically what they do, they put a little hex on here, so it's an 8mm. They also put a Torx on the end. I didn't see that until I started putting that in. That's easier than trying to manipulate the wall. Okay, too far. Okay, right there. Now I've got to put the nuts on. All right, so I roughed out the back of it. It's a bit of a bodge job, but I didn't have a small hole saw, which would have made things a lot easier. So I actually used an end mill. And I'm gonna nail these in. Now these nails are long enough to go into the wall, so I'm really hoping it doesn't break the plaster up. It didn't. Okay, good. Let me make sure I'm square, or plumb, I mean. All right, so I've got it blocked out the way I need it blocked out, and then what I've done is I've drilled, this one's in just so it holds it in place, and I've drilled some holes. I go above the hinges on the top two and below the hinge on the bottom one. I'm gonna drill a little countersink in so that the screw head sits flush. All right. And down here, so let's see here. So we're going to put this one in. I got to make sure that I'm plumb. Okay. And there's that one. One more big screw in here. They're flush. And that's the hinge side. All right. So that's how it's eventually going to work. It's a couple hours later, and I've got the other half roughed in. I still don't have the top mounted or filled in, but we have a door that closes, a little rattle to it, that I'll tighten that up somehow. Not really sure yet how, but yeah, it seems that this was out of true, so I really had to do some significant shimming. So if you look at the bottom here, let me pop this off. If you look at the bottom I have a 1 millimeter shim in, but in order to make it straight, I got 3 millimeters of shim, or 2.5 millimeters of shim here. I'm sorry, I have a 0.5 millimeter of shim down here, and 2.5 here. That might be 3. No, it is. It's a 1. Never mind. I've been going at this all day trying to figure it out. So I have a millimeter here, right the first time. A millimeter here of a shim because it was too much gap up top when I had just a millimeter for the whole thing. So you can see I really had to shim it over though, 3 millimeters. So I'm just going to fill this with foam. And then this will be stuccoed over. All right, I put a second coat of stucco on last night, and it's still not quite dry. So. All right. Hope you guys don't want to kill us now or unsubscribe. But
No. But the thing is this: it's like if you're thinking about moving to Italy or anywhere in Europe, I'm sure you'll end up buying a house that's probably been around for a while. And what we're trying, the house we're in is perfectly fine. We're just trying to make it a little bit more comfortable. Yeah. In Italy, especially, the houses are all broken up. There's room and room and room and a big hallway. We're used in the States of open space. That's the new thing. And of course we can't do that here. So we're trying to improve on what we have. One of the reasons why we put the door is the heating. We were having issues with our heating bill. The consumption is exorbitant. It's just too much. And granted, we had the workers here, the doors were open, the garage was open, the house was cold. So it worked a little bit harder to heat up.
Well, we filled up our propane tank in December, and that's about $1,200-1,300 US, and then we filled it up again mid-January, 6 weeks later. Another $1,300, $1,400 US. So
I just went to check, and we're down 10% from what we put in the middle of January. The 21st of January we put it in.
So 10 days.
So 10 days we've already used 15%
a day,
what's in the tank.
Yeah, okay.
So hopefully we'll get through February and parts of March with what we have. But anyway, we're trying to make the house warmer so that it doesn't have to work so hard. I don't know if
trying to make it warm and keep it warm and save on energy. So
of course with the new windows that helped a lot.
Windows doors helped a lot, and the insulating I've done above, which I've shown that video before. I'm not going to show anymore now, but that's all done, and I did that again downstairs, and I've sealed off another entry door and insulated it as well.
Right.
So it is warm in the downstairs apartment now that door is in place. The final thing we want to show you, we finally got the landscaper to come back out again. This kid's had a rough go of his own. He's had vehicles breaking down. So they came out, they started the landscape at the back that we wanted, they took out the dead tree that I was really worried about because it was a widowmaker. That thing had a big ass branch sticking off of the side that was dead, and I dreaded having to walk even near it. And it just wasn't fun. It's gone. And they took out the ugly cypress tree. And they started with to do the dirt work, the grading and all of that stuff. They took all that nasty bamboo out, and it rained, and it was biblical, and it rained every single day, like heavy. And so
they haven't been back since Wednesday.
They haven't, and it's not raining today. It rained a little bit yesterday, I think, but
it's overcast.
But it's overcast, so it needs to dry back out. It's slick as snot clay. That clay is nasty.
No.
I was just pointing out. I've got it on my nice shoes.
Yeah, no, it's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
My coat, my shoes everywhere.
And so I'll be happy when that part gets done, and we can not be dealing with the clay. But
on another note, we might start a pottery.
I don't know.
We have so much clay.
So much clay. Oh my gosh. Anyway, hope you enjoy the video. This was the bay. The bay.
That's the bay.
This is that little stump. All the clay. Jeez. So, all right, this is for our viewers. So on the other side of his digger, we had an olive tree there, and they've actually relocated it to here. So we have an olive tree here, and right now what he's doing is he's taking out all the bamboo. This is all this bamboo that's down here.
Oh, grazie che avete recuperato quei sassi.
Sì. E poi ora man mano quelli buoni le mettiamo
Sì,
via.
perché si rimettono.
Perché di qua sono tutti sotto.
And this is our view now. Look at that view.
Sì, vabbè, no, questi qua
They took out the dead tree, the dying tree that was over there. And I think right over here, right there, we're gonna have another drive put in. I tried to leave this morning to go to my language lesson, and this was before they tore this up. I still had grass there, and I got stuck. I got stuck on the other side and had to get out. So, see what's going on here.
We're trying to get that rebar out.
Oh wow!
The rebar out. Look up, and then they're just gonna throw it all back in.
That is deep. Wow. Oh, there it goes. He got it. Nice. So there's a lot of clay here, and it's wet because it's been raining all week. So it's slick and sticky. Maurice is losing her mind because the house is so messy. Dog, muddy, clay-filled footprints everywhere. She's in there scrubbing it now. And they've been working on our landscaping. They started last week, and then into Monday, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, it rained nonstop pretty much, and so they haven't been back. The sun came out for a little bit yesterday, and then it started raining again last night. Poured all night. So I don't know if they're going to get back this week and do anything. Today is more rain in the forecast, so we'll see what happens. But they're getting there. We got the old fence out. They got drainage dug. And basically what they're going to do is kind of gently slope this down. We're going to plant natural, not natural, native flora here. And then we're going to put a pergola here, a shed, maybe a swimming pool down the road. I don't know. But that's what they're working on. They got almost all the creeping, running bamboo. Some of it they couldn't get to. We'll have to get to it by hand, get the rest of them out before the rhizomes take off. But they got most of it out. So hopefully that's not a problem. I am going to talk to him. He's going to take that bay out right there. I'm not walking over that way because it's slick, but I'll go around the tractor, show you the bay. They've muddied up our entire drive doing this, and even over where we come in through the car, the gate to park the car. So that right there is bay. There was a bay tree there that was it was just everywhere. This bay is like a weed, and it's gone everywhere. So there's plenty of it over here that we probably will leave. My fear is it's going to rip the fence out. So I've been trimming it out of the fence, but you can see where some of it went through on one of the bigger bay tree that was here had actually already gone through that fence. So when you have a property with trees and stuff on, you have to take care of it. You have to maintain it. And the lady that owned the house before us wasn't able to since her husband passed. So this house and property sat unmaintained for 5-6 years at least, and maybe longer if he was sick before he passed. They couldn't do it, couldn't keep up with it. So there's a lot of work, and we're getting it done a little at a time. But a lot of rain has fallen, and that's hindering things. And you can see all the mud, so much mud where the dog pen is. Had a storm come in the other night. It ripped out some of the fencing, so I got to fix that. Lots of stuff that needs done. Like and subscribe, and watch it till the end. Hey, leave us a comment. Yeah. YouTube's pushing that now. They really want you guys to comment and interact. I follow several people on YouTube as well. I know you guys do too. I leave them comments. Hey, great video. Hey, your video sucked. Whatever. Leave a comment, because that's what helps YouTube say, hey, let me push this a little more. Yeah. All right, we appreciate it.
And also, if you are on Substack, I started a Substack. I am sharing my mom's World War II diary that she wrote between 1940 and 1943, and some other of her writings. She always wanted to be a writer. She never did become a writer, so I want to be able to get her name out there. My Substack is Marisa Liberti #1. And it's War Memories, it's called. So if you are on Substack, check it out. Leave me some comments. Let me know if you like them or not.
All right. Shout out to our new subscribers. Love subscribers, all you guys. Yes. And we're going to try to see you next week. We don't know what's planned because we've been stuck in for the weather. Yeah. We haven't heard back from realtors about houses we can go look at. Yeah. there's really no sagras going on. We missed a chicken sagra last night, but
Yeah, no, it's all right.
it's, you know, so it's tough. So we're trying to find some stuff that could be more exciting than just fixing up this old house.
No, and also if you have questions about Italy, let us know.
Yeah. We could do videos on that too.
I mean, if you're curious
happy
about
to.
anything, let us know.
Yep.
We can certainly give you a first-hand account.
We can. Yep. The good, the bad, the ugly, all of it. Yeah, for sure. So, all right. Till next Sunday.
Yes. Ciao.
Arrivederci.